Mr. Kin-yuen, we know education is important, so we welcome the additional commitment of $5 billion and the additional $18 billion. We all know what we are going to get in the next financial year, but the additional funds promised by the Financial Secretary is still only a concept, apart from the mention of supporting the research and in the higher education sector, research in the higher education sector. So what we would like to get more details. For example, for campus development of primary and secondary school, as well as hostels for universities should be considered. I've talked to the heads of the 8 universities. They've told me that for many of them, they have got the land and for hostels this development, but what they lack is funding. This is particularly so for City U. Would the government look into the question of supporting hostel development by universities and campus development by primary and secondary schools? Secretary, at the resumption of a second reading debate on the appropriation bill, the Financial Secretary announced the additional surplus of $18 billion will be earmarked for education purposes, including the academic and research development in the higher education sector, as well as other education purposes. Mr. Yip has referred to the repair and maintenance of school campus of primary and secondary school, as well as university hostels. For my part, we in the Education Bureau understand the needs, and we have maintained close communication with the schools to understand their needs in different areas. In considering how to allocate the $18 billion of additional surplus, we would certainly take into account all these factors, and the government would come up with the best plan to prioritize different allocations. We're still working on it, because $18 billion is not a small sum, and the school sector have various needs. So we'll consider the factors carefully. When we have proposals, we would present them as quickly as we can so that we can have a discussion with this council and the stakeholders.